Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered how to write a song? Maybe you're trying to write a piece of music but you don't know how to structure it. Today I'd like to show you how to begin to do that and how to improvise your own melody over some existing chord changes. And then you'll be on your way to writing your own music. Let's get started, and first I'm going to play a little bit of something that I created that you can use as a basis for starting this. That was a little song I created just using a few simple tools that I'm going to teach you. And the first thing I'd like to do is just to share some things that you can screenshot. So let's give you the first page. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. If you noticed, I created a pattern. I was playing a repeated pattern in the left hand. And this serves a couple of purposes. One is it just gives you a basic thing to play against. The main thing is that it sets up the pulse, and you can continue the same thing and then make up something different over it. It's outlining the chords, basically. So let me show you what I mean. If you'll notice on the first page, I put a series of chords. Basically, these chords are 1, 6, 4, 5, 1, and the bridge is 6, 3, 2, 5, 1, and then the last time again it's 1, 6, 4, 5, 1 to end the piece. The pattern goes like this. Over the C major chord, you're just going to play in the bass, you're going to play roots, fifth, root, 2, 3, like that. And you're going to do that with every chord, so that you have just you don't have to think about it. You're just doing the same thing, and it makes it a little easier to then improvise in the right hand. So when I get to A minor, I'm going to start on A, just like that. And then for F major, it would come down to F, F, C, F, G, A. We'll do that twice. And then for G, it would be G, D, G, A, B. When you get to the bridge, you have an A minor chord. You do that twice. And then for the E minor chord, you're going to put an F sharp between the E and the G, like you were starting to play an E minor scale. Okay. All the other notes are just going to be white keys. All right, and then D minor, D, A, D, E, F, and then G major. For the chords that you play over this, the first thing that you want to do is just find the chords. So for the first time through, I would ask that you play this pattern in the left hand and block chords in the right hand. Before we do that, let's block out some of the chords. So here is C major, and then A minor, then F, and G. This sounds an awful lot like heart and soul, doesn't it? Okay, so C major, very common chord progression. And now, instead of jumping down to the A minor, let's just change one note and play it here. And then F major, we can change the middle note, and now we have an F major in a 6/4 inversion or a second inversion. And then G major, you can come down here or you can go up here. Then E minor, just change the D to an E. And let's see what else. And then D minor, A minor. And then D minor, G, and 1. It's very helpful to practice going through the inversions of each of these chords, like, and then, so that you can grab any position of the chord from wherever you are, and it creates a smoother voice leading. Right. So let's block the chords now, just the triads, while we play a little bit of this piece. Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, you'll notice that I put seventh chords as well. So I had C major, C major 7. I had A minor, then A minor 7, and so forth. The reason is that gives you another tone option to choose from when you're picking out your notes for your melody. I think right now if you just stick with the triads, though, it probably will work best. Let's go back to the beginning, and this time what I would like you to do is play chord tones only with whole notes. So let's try that. Let's start it off again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now play a chord tone, another C chord tone, A minor chord tone, F chord tone, G chord tone. Okay, so let's just take that much. This time we're going to do half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third time through, let's add some passing tones with quarter notes. On the roots, on the beat 1 and beat 3, you want to try to hit a chord tone. You won't always be doing that if you're walking past, but for now you want to try to do that on the strong beats. Okay, let's try that. 1, 2, ready, go. That sometimes you won't land on a chord tone at the right spot. That's why I kept walking when I got to the F major chord. You can repeat a note to make it work out correctly, or you can skip past it. Let's see. So notice that I landed on the E. Well, I'm going to get to the F too soon, so I'm going to go past it and come back. Now the fourth time through, you could try to do some eighth notes. So in my example, I'll play what I wrote. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thing now, I think I'll bring into play the sevenths, because if you also know the note that's a half step below the root of a chord is a major 7. So if you have a C major and I play the B, that's a major 7, and that can, you can definitely play the B against the C. The note that's a whole step below, like for an A minor, with the A minor 7, below the root of that is a minor 7. So a half step below is a major 7, a full step below is a minor 7. Let's talk about some ways that we can implement some other things. Okay, we can try aiming for the 3rd, the root, or the 5th. So you could approach the root from above. So if we're going to play all roots this time, try the note a whole step above it, which is actually the 9th of the chord. So that would sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for these little exercises, I'm kind of rushing through it, but I'm just taking one measure of each chord to demonstrate this. So it's going to veer away from the song just a little bit. You'll notice when you do this that you are also creating a stepwise scalar motion. So you could just keep going down like this. You could start on the 3rd of the chord, do the same thing. So the 3rd of the chord, or aim for the 3rd of the chord, so the 3rd of the C major chord is E. So now I'm going to start on the F and go down to it. And then we could also do an enclosure where we would play the note above, the note below in the key signature, and then go to the note we're aiming for. So we're aiming for, right now we're aiming for the root. So we're going to start on D, on the 2, go down to the 7, major 7, and up to the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, you could walk stepwise and then outline the chord, and then walk stepwise down. For this one, let's take a C major 7 chord and walk all the way up to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going the other way, we could go. You could also aim, start on the chord tone and then go below. Play the note a whole one step below in the key. Right there you go. Finally, you could add some harmony. You could add thirds or sixths. Let's go back to the top and try that. Okay, let's do 6 below the one where you're approaching the root from above. It would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could also end that like this. And then you could do thirds. And then go to sixths. And then okay, there's all these different kinds of things you could try.